Hello, my name is Gavin from Word About Satan,
And I'm Tom from Word About Satan.
and we're doing a little director's commentary thing for Arrivals, which was our debut album, our first record back in 2009.
All fresh. Let's do
It was
this.
hot on the heels from EP2.
Yeah.
It took
straight away.
It took a while. Well, it kind of took a while, I suppose, because we
Yeah.
did EP2 in 2007.
Yeah, we got started though, didn't we? Straight up.
Yeah, I remember I'm a Crooked Man was kind of kicking around for a while.
Yeah, we had loads of these tracks. We were playing them live.
Yeah, that's right.
For
yeah.
ages, and
Yeah.
then obviously we thought, actually, why don't we record?
I might as well record them. I can't remember whether it was basically we should do an album or not. I don't know whether we actually thought let's make an
yeah.
album or whether we just thought sod it, we might as well just make an album.
It's like the right thing.
Yeah.
But there's definitely, you can definitely sense a big style change, can't you? Because it goes from guitar-y electronica to pretty much like dance music.
Yeah,
dance music
post
stuff.
rock techno.
Yeah.
Which is how we build ourselves, I think.
Yeah, it's more on your 4/4
Oh, yeah.
than your skitty beats and
Exactly.
metal riffs. Right, let's go. One
Let's
down.
do this. Here we go. One down. So One Down was a little instrumental kind of thing that I put together. It was basically four different like synths lined up in a row, all playing like a load of like different notes, but all like kind of pitched a bit differently. And then added a few bits of like found noise and stuff like that over them.
I don't think I've ever heard this track before.
That was me going ah and ooh, and I think the other one was the light switch. Me turning on a light switch drenched in reverb.
Yeah, we use that.
You do that quite a lot.
Yeah, that sound is that clicky sound, that drum sound is in a lot of tracks on this album.
We were big into that for
Yeah.
about a week.
Finding stuff.
Let's find stuff.
Yeah,
I think that was probably
Yeah.
out of our window as well. The cars,
yeah.
the police siren thing.
Because I guess like back then, the music that we were listening to was, you call it micro house, didn't you? And it was like techno made of like pots and pans and like a cutlery.
There was quite-
cutlery drawers.
There was quite a lot of stuff on this. Oh, there's a bit of guitar as well. I remember doing that. That was quite nice.
It's got a massive bass line.
It
as
does,
well.
doesn't it? Yeah, I
It's
quite like
got
that.
Crazy bass.
I guess there was a lot on this that's pieced together from various different kind of samples as well. Because with like oh, that's Russ. Hey, that's our friend Russell Harmon, who did a bunch of like remixing and stuff. That was in Iceland because we played a couple of gigs in Iceland in 2008, and we stayed with Russ, who was living out there. And then I think I kind of dared him and said, just say anything into the dictaphone, because we're well big into this, like, I'll record all this shit on a dictaphone and then we'll put it in the album somewhere, all that kind of jazz. And then I dared Russ to say something, and he said, oh, don't worry, you're welcome back anytime. I was like, oh, good lad.
It's good as well.
Yeah, it's great.
Really scary.
It's nice, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I remember like when we did the album, we wanted to make it seamless. Didn't we,
Yeah,
as
they
well?
were big on that kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, to make it like a big journey.
A body of work. Yeah, like
Yeah,
a journey, yeah.
journey.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the first like album that I'd ever been a part of, and I didn't know what the hell to do.
Yeah.
So I was just making it up, I
Yeah.
suppose, and that seemed like a nice thing.
I think it was weird because all the tracks were kind of done quite separately, but they all fit together really well.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was because we'd sequenced them well, or just because we were writing similar kind of music.
They're all really dark.
Oh yeah, God yeah.
Really dark.
Evil Dogs this one was. I can't remember how this one started. Because we were on Ableton by this point.
Yeah,
This was the
we
first
started
thing,
Ableton.
the first kind of a lot of stuff we did in Ableton. So I think we had this really productive period, this flurry of time where we just sat down with Ableton and just like hammered out about 20 different songs, and
Yeah.
ideas were just flowing really well. And a lot of this was just off the back of that, I think.
Yeah. I remember we were listening to an album by False,
Oh, 2007 by False.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing, that album.
which is
yeah.
an awesome album, which is a pseudonym of Matthew Deere. It's released on Minus Records. And it's an incredibly dark album, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really creepy.
Yeah.
And I think this was like our little tribute to like that darker,
dark techno,
eerie
guitars.
techno.
Yeah. I don't know where that drum comes from, that little loop. Maybe we just made it.
Yeah, and it's got full delay on. That's why, like.
Oh yeah.
That's why it's like tripping over.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Itself. But there's some really like weird samples going on there.
I remember the title, because we're terrible at making song titles. And I remember I did the demo for this in our house in Leeds, and I wanted to call it something in Ableton with evil in it because I thought it sounded, at the time, I don't think it had a beat, and it was just all this like weird drony noise with a bit of guitar, and maybe I stuck like a little 4/4 under it or something, and I wanted something to say, oh, it's evil, oh, it's a dark one, this. And I started typing out evil, and then I instantly just thought, I typed out evil, and then it was just like, evil dogs, the Alan Partridge quote.
Exactly. It's perfect quote for it.
And then I was just like, I typed evil, and I was just like, oh, it wrote itself, and I was just like, evil dogs. Yeah, why not?
It's a really sinister title.
It is. Everyone thinks it's really dark and about like the dogs of Satan or
really scary.
hell or something.
Yeah.
And it was just a throwaway line in an episode of Alan Partridge because I must have watched it or something.
Evil dogs.
Evil dogs. It's really weird. It's a really weird thing. But yeah, if you watch series 2 of I'm Alan Partridge, he says the phrase "evil dogs" in an episode, and we just nicked it and thought it was really funny.
Yeah. It's got really like. I remember this was like a track that we made that was. It has like quite a static bass line and like.
Yeah, a lot of them did. Yeah. A lot of them was just like one bass line.
And like it's not like about. It's not trying to make a song or anything. It's just. It's pretty like standard techno, really. But,
they're all a bit like. I mean, they're all dark and they're all like trippy kind of experiments and.
Yeah.
In stuff, aren't they? Like structure.
Oh, yeah.
Because they all have structure, but they're not like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I guess we didn't really know. We weren't like DJs.
No, that's true.
We were trying to make DJ kind of music.
I think it was a real like confusing time around Arrivals because we were desperate to do this kind of stuff, which we thought would be amazing because no one's doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But no one else kind of believed us that you could actually do this kind of stuff. So it's like we couldn't play dance stuff because they didn't get it because we had guitars.
Yeah.
And every time we played like the indie or the rock stuff, they didn't really get it because it was like a 4/4 techno beat.
Yeah. So
we were kind of stuck somewhere in the middle, which is why we ended up putting ourselves on most of the time in Leeds.
Yeah, with gigs, yeah, because it doesn't have like a sound that's you can put anywhere.
Yeah. Siegfried Sassoon there on the spoken word, courtesy of a Guardian CD of like poetry, but it was good because it was around the time where I was like trying to find loads of random stuff to sample. I was big into like finding weird samples, and so I thought like, oh yeah, that'll do. That is dark. I mean, he's talking about like World War I and shit.
Brutal, yeah.
That is brutal.
It's really brutal. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was quite nice.
And then it kind of builds into this big.
What was that? What's that thing?
I don't know what that like bicycle sound is, but I think it's just a sound that does that. And I think we like panned it and stretched out a bit. But it's a really weird sound, isn't it?
Yeah, very odd, very bizarre.
It is a weird songness. And then
a lot of delay everywhere.
Yeah.
Really like that Ableton delay sound.
Everything's like tripping over itself. Like the kick drums there are going pretty crazy.
The crescendo.
Yeah.
The climax.
I remember when we used to like this when we played it live, it was always a bit of a banger.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of went off every time.
Still sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Nice little guitar riff.
We should play this again.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a really weird song. But yeah, and I guess it's like one of the first tracks we did that doesn't have like a proper like guitar part that.
No, that's right. Yeah, a lot of these, because a lot of the guitar on the earlier stuff is like very much guitar riffs or guitar pieces. On here, it's more like little leads almost.
Yeah.
But not like Steve Vai leads or whatever, but just like a few notes drenched in reverb, just like rolling over. And that was really nice. That was a nice way to do it, I think.
Yeah.
A sound which we've carried on for the last 10 years.
Yeah. I think didn't someone say it was gothic dub techno?
That's nice.
Didn't Joe Muggs?
Oh, did it?
Something like that. Yeah, it was like gothic dub techno or something like that.
That's nail on the head.
Oh yeah. If like goths made dub techno, which was
Yeah, I'll have that.
definitely.
I'll take that.
Nice thunderous.
Yeah.
They just stop.
Yeah.
They don't just stop there for some reason. I'm not sure why. And then it all kind of goes in a big mess for about another minute.
There's a big, massive kick with loads of what is that in Ableton with the
Erosion.
I think.
Redux.
That's it. Yeah. We're big into that as well.
Yeah.
I think
crushing.
we made this in like kind of 2008. So around this time, like kind of the internet as a thing was kind of kicking off quite a lot, and there was a lot of like kind of techno labels that were just like online and like pure online labels, and there was loads that we used to befriend and try to get in touch with, and with varying degrees of success. But they also gave everything away for free, which we just loved. So we just like just swamped it all, got it all. But then they gave away like their remix stems away for free. So it was like a lot of them end up in here, sadly. Well, not sadly for us, sadly for them, I suppose.
Yeah.
This was the first little skit, the full stop.
Yeah.
Which was, I think we did this in like, we had the album and then we thought to make it flow a bit better, or to make it one big thing, we should put like little skits in between.
Yeah.
I remember doing this because I was obsessed with number stations at the time, as you do. So we just thought like, yeah, let's bang a bit of that. And then all we did was re-pitch the violin sample from Arrivals slightly.
Yes.
So on this one it's pitched in a certain way, on the second one it's pitched a little different way, and on the third one it's Arrivals.
All comes together.
All comes together.
No, on the fourth one.
Well, there's three
three. Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, there isn't there.
And Joseph K, my Winter Sun collaborator. But yeah, he opens almost all of his gigs with this song.
That's amazing.
Which is kind of weird because he gets to play to like 2,000 people in Ibiza with like tops off and
digging this.
Yeah, and digging some guys from Yorkshire, which is pretty cool.
This is all just samples as well. These aren't even like people's violins. They're just, I think they were anyway. I don't know if they were Sophie's, but I'm pretty sure they're just like.
It's just like one note in
sampler or something, simpler or something.
That drum machine.
Oh yeah,
it's the drum machine.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Not even the sampler one, just the drum machine one.
Not operator. Impulse.
Impulse, yeah.
So
fucking hell.
We didn't really know how to use the software.
We really didn't.
So we're like we were putting the violin parts in the drum machine device, and that's probably the wrong way to do it, but
worked for us.
Yeah, it kind of worked. And this is the first one that we wrote on.
This was the big one because there's lots of different versions of this one. There's ones with like big riffs at the end.
Yeah, the live version.
Really like distorted guitar, and then it didn't really work, so it was a bit like, let's get rid of that. But then I started playing the bow around this time, so we added some bow in there, and you get some bow on the track Arrivals as well. It's dotted around. Yeah. Remember I think it was you that like wanted to play bow.
Yeah,
but your guitar was a bit. It didn't like it or something.
It didn't fit, did it?
No.
Strat.
So I tried it, and then just really enjoyed it and really got into it.
Yeah,
that's how that. Yeah. Got laughed at obviously by bands that we played with.
Oh god, yeah, of course.
Why wouldn't you?
You're playing a bow like Jimmy Page or like Sigur Rós. 2 bands. 2. You've got a drummer like 1,000. A million bands.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck you. I remember playing this one in Iceland in front of Georg from Sigur Rós's brother, and then I felt really embarrassed doing the bow then. And fair play, yeah, I guess that's the only possible situation where you would feel embarrassed for playing the bow. But then, I don't know, it still sounded good. So.
Yeah, like he doesn't get embarrassed in front of cellists or violinists.
Exactly. Yeah,
or viola players, like because they use a bow. And I think
It's alright.
yeah.
This one had the working title, The Falconetti. Oh, there's the bow. Yeah, nice. This one had the working title, The Falconetti one, because we used to play with the band quite a bit on the circuit back in the day, called Falconetti, and they were really brutal, like kind of post-metal band, but they had all this like kind of slow attack, really slow-mo, trudgy kind of sound. So all the guitars would just like kind of shimmer and just like kind of move, and it was really, really nice. I remember I thought like, shit, that's really good. I'm having that. I'm ripping that off. So that's where the whole idea for this one came. It also had it's pretty much just 2 chords that I play on the guitar for this one. Yeah. But one of the original versions had about 4. It had like a little verse chorus thing.
Ooh.
I don't know why I thought that was a good idea, but it really wasn't. And we abandoned that quite quickly. I think.
Yeah.
It was just silly.
But in the EP2 days, that would have made it on.
Yeah, that would have made it on there.
Yeah.
Lots of bow, screechy bow.
It's just
nice.
A minor and F.
Yeah,
isn't it,
pretty much. Yeah.
Which just ran around again.
A lot of Ableton drums.
But not as much like.
Oh, that was a beat I made in Fruity Loops.
Oh, I ruined it.
I know. Sorry.
In Fruity Loops.
I think it was.
Not Reason.
No, it was. Oh, maybe. No, I'm sure it was Fruity Loops. I'm sure we. Or maybe it was Reason. Oh, God knows. It was one of the two, but it wasn't very good. And then we had to bounce it down and put it in Ableton.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But it's just vinyl crackle, isn't it?
Yeah, it's made up of like vinyl crackle and like kind of tones and like little bits and bobs.
Yeah.
And there's my guitar, I think. Yeah, there it is.
And your guitar's got like a.
That's got the Redux on it.
A bit
as well.
crushing.
Yeah,
to make it like all weird sounding.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a bit more. There's a lot less kind of like little editing stuff on it, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no like glitch or anything. It's all like
just one beat.
Atmospheric.
Yeah.
Everything's really ambient and a bit weird.
Yeah. This we still were playing this live up until last year.
Yeah.
Because it's so like satisfying to play live.
I mean, it's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, just like a standard 4/4 beat, and you just ramp everything up, and then
all the samples as well that are like kind of in the background. They were all from my brother's legendary computer music sample CDs. That if you're listening to the EPs 1, 2, and even Temper director's commentaries, spoke about at length about how my brother used to return from college with these like CDs of samples and stuff that I used to plunder. And I think they were all from there, and I pitched them all down to make them sound evil and a bit weird. This is your trick on the resonator. The resonator plays a big part in this whole album as well.
Yeah. The in Ableton there's an effect called resonator, and you put like a sound in like a drum beat, and it gives it a pitch, kind of a pitch, and that like kind of synthy sound is just a drum beat.
Yeah, but it was always good to like kind of introduce it as it was kind of unfurling, so you'd get this big like crescendo-y thing.
Yeah.
And then like because you could automate what notes it was resonating.
Yeah.
So you could make it shift and move, which was always very good.
Harmonising.
Yeah.
And then we just take the drums out and then put them back in again.
Yeah.
and that's your track then.
That's your track.
But there's some pretty fierce bow.
There is, isn't there?
Comes in.
Why are all the song titles in lowercase? Was that a thing we were doing at the time?
Oh yeah.
Why did we do that? Was that?
Yeah.
There must have been a thing we were into at the time.
I think yeah. But
make us look more post rock or more arty or something.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And I'm not sure if anyone listening has got one of the limited edition.
Oh yeah, fucking hell.
Versions, but they were quite a thing to own back.
Oh yeah, I mean they were quite torturous to put together, weren't they?
Yeah. Like my mum sewed them all together.
Yeah.
And we had a photo in each one.
Pretty much, we hand typed them all on an old typewriter.
Typewriter, yeah.
Typewriter.
And we put like a little message.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I remember a guy came up to us in Germany when we were playing a gig in Duisburg, and he said he wanted us to sign his limited edition. So we signed it, and then we said, oh, what was your secret message? And he said, oh, I didn't understand it. And I remember him showing us it, and it was a line from The Running Man, the Arnold Schwarzenegger film that we used to watch whilst eating pizza, whilst putting these things together all the time.
Yeah.
And he still didn't understand what we were talking about. I think we explained that it was an Arnie film, but he just wasn't interested. Yeah, exactly. He wasn't bothered.
Yeah, we used to do this on one computer pretty much, and then have a pizza and it, and like the TV with
the main studio was in your
studio,
like top room of this little house we used to have in Leeds.
Yeah.
And it was right at the top of the house, and it was like a massive room, and just with your like Mac in the middle of it, and that was our like little HQ.
Yeah.
Then we'd like play. We like kind of mic'd up guitar amps for this. We still didn't have like guitar rig or anything like that.
Right.
It was still all pretty live. So even with the bow, it had like distortion already put on. We didn't add it afterwards, or it wasn't like a plug-in or anything. It was all like actual from an amp.
Boss distortion.
Boss distortion, yeah, DS1.
Yeah.
And the old DD3 delay on there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Just before we got into like guitar rig and stuff. So I remember we were touring this as I kind of ditched it all and and like got a laptop and all that kind of jazz.
Yeah, but we had like amps, didn't we, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, oh yeah, god damn.
I don't think I played any guitar on this entire
No,
album.
I think at this point it was you. I was doing the guitar, and then you were doing the computer stuff, and that's the way we kind of worked it.
Just have a look at the track. No, wait, some of the tracks haven't even got guitar in them anyway.
No, that's true, yeah.
Like the next track doesn't have any guitar in it.
No, oh god, no.
History's Made It Like doesn't have any guitar.
That's true, yeah.
That's true. But yeah, it's kind of like a guitarless album. Like, well, I guess like we were thinking about how we can make the guitars like synths.
I mean, because we were going to like lots of techno nights at this point, and I didn't understand why techno guys hadn't thought of this before.
Yeah.
Because it was all like white noise build-ups and like drony noises with like kick drums. I was like, you could do that on a guitar like really easily, and it'd be really cool to see someone do that. Why isn't anyone doing this?
Yeah.
And then so we did it, and then everyone ignored us.
Yeah.
But, whatever.
Yeah, because you can use a guitar like a synth and just do maybe not like an arpeggio, but you can make like a wash.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know that was a guitar or a synth. It could be either.
Yeah.
But
the title, by the way, comes from a friend of ours called Bunty May. She had this really bizarre mirror, wasn't it? It was like this weird mirror she found from like a charity shop, and it had like a tiger dressed as a person, dressed in like people's clothes, and for no apparent reason just said, "I am a crooked man," and we were like, "What the fuck is that thing? That looks evil. We'll have that."
Yeah, we need to get that mirror.
Yeah, we need to get it back. I've got a picture of it somewhere, but yeah, I'll talk to it, see if we can get it back. Bunty, if you're listening, give us it.
That would be amazing. To bundle that with a one-off CD.
Imagine that, yeah. We thought, that's a great. And the fireworks at the end were actual. It was bonfire night, I think.
Yeah.
And you were out, and I ran up to your room because that's where all of our that's where all the mics were. And I quickly set up a microphone and a stand, and then just opened a window and just like popped it out, and then just recorded it as it was happening. And then we thought, that'll do. Let's add that to the end of the.
Goes on for hours.
Goes on for ages, doesn't it? Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Sorry. Should have just cut this off a long time ago. It still sounds pretty cool though.
Yeah.
I like how it's just not explained either. It's like fireworks. Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Could have been anything. Yeah.
It's better than like having a river or like rain, because everyone has that. Like
Exactly.
burial,
Like burial. Yeah.
Rain's no fireworks.
No, you want fireworks, mate. You want big bastard fireworks. Because why not?
Yeah. And I don't know if there's anything else that comes up.
I think that's about it. That creepy sample. Oh, you hear one screech in a minute, I think. Oh yeah, some guys like shouting. They were just like outside in the road, just like going, "Woo!"
Hey.
They're like, yeah, we'll have that.
And then pissing about.
Oh, pissing about.
We used to finish our live sets on this.
Did you?
track.
Yeah. I had to come up with like a bit of a guitar thing to play, because otherwise it would be the most boring track in the world, because it was just
Computer.
That was a cello as well.
Yeah,
that,
it's cello,
that main
isn't it?
sample, like tiny bit of it chopped up and then stuck in that impulse again.
Yeah.
The drum machine in Ableton.
It sounds awesome though.
It does sound pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that, I don't know what that is. Maybe that's like a reverse
That's
something.
someone's voice. I'm sure
Is
it
it?
is that. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Maybe.
It's nice, isn't it?
And the ooze.
Oh yeah, that was me. That was me. Yeah, I did. I recorded myself in a for some reason I used to record on dictaphone for like everything. And I thought like, oh, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just go ooh, as like a little tonal thing. And then I just thought, yeah, I'll just bang it in here because why not? I remember the demo of this was really banging because it was just like, I think I knocked it together and I didn't know how to mix or anything, so I just like absolutely leathered this kick drum like way up in the mix. It was, like, it was really mental. Before we added in anything else.
It is a bit of a nails track.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I remember when we went to Fabric nightclub in London once to see Ricardo Villalobos play. I gave him this on a CD.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
I remember that.
I don't think he ever did anything with it.
That was a weird night. Cause it was absolutely rammed, wasn't it? I don't think we were having fun by the end of it because you couldn't even move.
Yeah, it was about 9 in the morning, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
We were on tour with a band called Spokes.
Oh yeah.
And I remember we got told off by one of their members because we were out having fun and we weren't like having cocoa.
But we were young, we were into electronica, we wanted to like, you know...
You get one chance to go to this
go
club
crazy.
And you think, fuck it man, I don't want to sit in and watch like some crappy DVD.
Exactly. I remember you gave a CD to Just Ed as well, who contacted us later about doing a remix. But then we'd have to change our name because he's like religious and
That's
like he didn't like the fact that we had Satan in the name, even though we were worried about Satan.
In fact, on that tour, there were a few people.
Oh yeah, that vicar guy didn't like us either.
No, we came across this vicar or like priest guy.
It's a very ominous start to this story.
Yeah, like, and he told us like that our name could invite unwanted energy into our lives, and that it might be beneficial if we change the band name to Worried About S.
Oh yeah, or Worried About.
Or the Worried About. Yeah. And he said that certain things have been discovered when you say...
No, yeah, nice things into like a petri dish of microbes and horrible things if you... Like, shut up.
And so yeah, he said that we're inviting Satan into our lives by having the word Satan in a band name, but things have been alright.
Yeah, not been too
So
bad,
far.
has it? Yeah.
But or if this is the devil's work, then
Oh well.
like we're doing alright. Yeah,
Doing alright.
That's
Doing alright, mate. I'm sure Jesus would be fine with us doing
exactly.
this kind of stuff. He'd be down with it.
Even when we played in churches.
Yeah, no one had a problem then, didn't they?
Don't know, did they?
Oh no, one of them did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like it's just a band name. Everything's gonna be alright.
Everything's gonna be fine. We're worried about
fine.
saying we're on your side, man.
Exactly. Yeah. About Satan.
Exactly.
But,
I noticed the snare coming a while ago. That's a pitched bongo sample.
The bong.
That pang. It's like
Yeah,
a
it's not
weird
bad.
bongo conga thing. I thought it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
The weird like kind of distorted thing as well that's going on there. That was something playing that I was like slowly detuning and then tuning back up again and then like crushing and not crushing
Yeah.
with loads and loads of reverb and delay on it. I don't know what it was, but it was
It sounds
fine.
like a train.
It does, doesn't it? It sounds really weird.
like a train, like bell or something.
But I remember doing that because that was the only, we didn't have any. There's no guitar in this at all, so
Yes.
I had to think of something to play on guitar live when we did this, and I was just doing I was doing all that nonsense
Yeah.
like on the track. But yeah, it's pretty banging actually, isn't it?
When we play live, it's a lot faster, isn't it?
Yeah,
It used to be like.
it's quite
really
groovy,
fast. Yeah, it's grooved. Yeah, definitely.
quite trippy, quite
Yeah.
hypnotic.
Yeah. And the bass is absolutely deafening. As
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
I think we mixed it a bit too loud.
Yeah, we went a bit ham on it, didn't we? But
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely our most probably our most techno track on this.
it is,
whole
isn't it? Yeah,
thing,
it's quite like Morse code, isn't it?
Yeah.
And obviously we thought we'd be really funny and call it pissing about.
Pissing about, yeah.
Pissing about. It got censored on iTunes.
Did it?
Yeah, they didn't like the word piss.
Peeing about.
Yeah, peeing about.
Alright, okay, yeah.
Don't know why. Because
Fair.
it was just literally us pissing about. So we
Yeah.
thought it'd be really funny and call a track pissing about.
Incredible scenes.
You wouldn't get that now. I don't. Well, you probably would actually,
Yeah.
because we're that bad at song titles.
I would do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having a laugh.
We should call a song "Having a Laugh." Tom and Gav having a laugh. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. And then it kind of ends in a blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah, a big flurry of delay and reverb.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. And it bleeds into the next interlude.
The next little interlude thing, yeah.
It does.
I'm pretty sure it does as well, yeah.
We have little chapters, don't we, in this album? We had the first 3.
Yeah, we broke it up into like... It worked really nicely because we had all these tracks done, and then we thought we'll break them up with these skits, and it just so happened that it was 2 skit, 2 skit, 2 skit, 2. It worked really nicely. Everything was like nice.
Oh yeah, it does actually. You're
Yeah,
right.
it broke into like nice little chunks of 2 tracks.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought that was quite nice. That was a complete accident, but it was it was nice.
Yeah.
We did the skits like way after we'd done all the rest of it. And I think we were literally just about to send it to press, basically. And then we thought, like, actually, do you know what would be quite funny if we did all these like weird skits in between?
Yeah, just to like annoy everybody.
And just to really piss everyone off.
But,
So there it is again, like pitched a little bit differently.
Short one. But they build in intensity each time.
Yeah, they do, don't they? Yeah.
They get busier and they get a bit more like crushed down and a bit more like grainy.
So I really liked number stations as well. So I really wanted to work them in there. Although I think the first review we got was just like, oh god, number stations again. I was like, all right, mate. I've only just heard of them, yeah. And they're really funny.
Yeah.
So fuck off. They're great. But you can buy like full CDs of them.
Wow.
Just if you don't know what number stations are, just wiki them. They're like weird like transmissions of like codes for spies. I think is the line that everyone has on them. But
so if you are a spy, listen to this now.
oh yeah.
Don't worry.
You don't have to carry out that mission.
Don't execute your child. Like it's fine. Like, it's
Fine,
just,
yeah.
just-
Oh, don't worry
just
about it. Yeah. But I was obsessed with like weird, creepy shit like that, so we thought we'd like budget in.
Yeah.
And then it's History's Made at Night.
Yeah, which is a bit of a I don't know. Is it deep house?
I don't know. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot quite slinky.
It is,
quite a
it
bit
is.
sexy tune.
Yeah, yeah. That's a naughty sample, isn't it?
It is,
That-
isn't it?
that
But I think we slowed it or pitched it or just took a tiny bit of it.
Yeah.
I can't remember where it's from. It was one of those like.
I know where it's from.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's from an Argentinian.
Oh yeah, that techno label.
Yeah, and yeah, we just used to steal samples from people.
If you will give out your stems for free, expect us to steal every single one of them.
Yeah. But
in our defence, it was only a tiny bit of it that we stole, just because it sounded nice,
yeah,
and then we just like slammed it in.
exactly. Yeah. We haven't used it as it was.
No. It was just a
Being
tiny
manipulated.
bit.
Yeah. So you'll never guess.
If you're an Argentinian lawyer, please don't contact us.
Yeah, we don't need to know about this.
That piano was from the same thing.
Anderson's,
as well.
yeah. In fact, this.
But then we reversed it, I think, or we only
Yeah.
took a little bit of it. Because a lot of these tracks were just demos in Ableton, so they were just like random bits of audio just thrown in there. And the good thing about Ableton, I think it blew our minds because it could like time stretch samples to fit over each other, and you could like you could tell the sample where to go and like how much to play at a certain time. So you could like stretch things so that everything would fit basically.
Yeah.
And on EP2 and EP1, using Cubase and Pro Tools,
For that reason, it's just
just couldn't do it, could you?
Yeah.
It was all just a massive ball ache. Where Ableton just made everything really easy, which I think is why it didn't take us very long to like come up with the bulk of the album, and most of the work was just kind of like the details and the arranging and all that kind of stuff. And,
Yeah.
And like, because we were touring quite a lot at this point as well, we were just playing anywhere and everywhere. Tours, mate. Absolutely, just smashed it. And then because we just come off the back of EP2 as well, and then shut you off, and then it was just like right straight into this, and it was just like we took a little bit of time to do it, but I don't know, back in those days, because it was like kind of pre-internet, I suppose. So you didn't have like a Facebook page or Twitter. Nobody was really like waiting for you. It was just like if you've got something cool, smash it out.
Yeah.
So it was the pressure was off a bit more.
It
So you
was,
could just
wasn't
like sit around and like get on with it, and then just put it out, and then everything will be all right.
Yeah. I like that when we have a string in our tracks, it's not from like a synthesizer. It's like an actual violin.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have any synthesizers.
That's true. Yeah. It was all in. What is it? Inside the box, as they call it.
Yeah.
In the box.
And not even a box.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have any.
Didn't have barely anything.
Yeah, we didn't have any. We didn't use it. I don't think we ever used a synthesizer like plugin ever.
No, and yeah, that's true. Actually, no,
a VST.
we didn't.
We never ever used the VST on hardly. Certainly not on this music. Maybe on some Ghost in Season music, but
We did it on EP1, like the really rudimental stuff, like kind of really cheap free VSTs.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But then again, that was EP1 was just like demos and sketches anyway.
Yeah.
On this, there was nothing. It was all samples, wasn't it? It was all audio.
All samples.
All audio, apart from the bass lines on some of them that were all like MIDI.
Yeah,
by
that's
the
right,
operator,
yeah.
but everything else was just
it's weird
audio and
that.
samples.
Like I remember like people asking us what plugins or like VST synths to use, and I remember just saying I don't have any.
Yeah.
We didn't
Barely use anything.
Yeah, we didn't
It was
use
all
anything.
pitch down samples and atmospherics things and all sorts.
Or like what compressor or EQ did you use? And I remember saying we never used any EQ or compression or like limiting.
Yeah.
We didn't do any of that. We just
Let it roll, really.
Yeah. We didn't use any like Waves plugins, or we barely used the Ableton ones. We didn't change any sounds in Ableton. The sounds that we use are as we like record them, I suppose.
Yeah, that's very true actually.
Yeah, we put reverb on and like delay on things, but I don't think we really did any. We didn't do any compressing or.
No, nothing like
Still
that.
don't now, really.
No, we didn't really.
Still the bollocks.
We just didn't really think about it, did we? It was just more like recorded it in. Oh right, he's done it for us. Cool.
Yeah, I always get really like confused when people want to compress the drums or something, or like if they record like a drum machine and then compress it. But it's a drum machine, like let it roll out.
Yeah, let it hammer you. That's his job.
It's like an amazing piece of equipment. You wouldn't do that live.
No.
So don't do it in the studio. But I guess if you're trying to make a sound, but
I think
just can't be asked.
the end of this was a resonator that we slowly added it to a drum. Was it like a drum loop?
Yeah.
And then we slowly added we were slowly adding the resonator to it, so it kind of got more and more tone as it went along, and it kind of swells up into this big massive thing. And then added loads of like reverb and delay and all that kind of jazz.
That's it. Yeah.
It's great. It's quite nice, isn't it?
It's also got a bongo in this.
It has got a bongo in it. Yeah.
Which,
we're big on bongos apparently.
Yeah.
2008.
we never did it ever again.
No.
Don't worry,
There'll be no bongos.
Yeah, no bongoing. But, it's a bit. It's got with a Latin.
It has, hasn't it? Yeah. It's like Argentinian.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, our salsa classes
Yeah.
were paying off.
I remember you did the big reveal on this track when you did a massive crescendo, then sucked it down to nothing, and then you brought it back in again.
Did I?
Yeah, it's coming up in a minute, I think.
All right.
As it's like kind of building and building.
It's building.
Because we're nudging the resonator on this, so it's like pitching it up just a tiny bit to really give it like a big beefy.
Yeah. Okay. We also didn't know anything about sidechain on it.
No, we didn't. It's all like very ambient, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We were so dumb.
So you could have done this bit on a guitar. You could have mistaken that for some like
Definitely.
shoegazy guitar or something, but it was just a
It's not
drum loop.
guitar. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's the kick back in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go. You're just like
Change
altering the
pitch.
pitch just a little bit. It's nice though.
Yeah, it makes it more tense.
It does. It moves like a guitar. Like I would play it on a guitar like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But it was just pitching a drum loop up and down, like automating it. There you go. I think you do the big suck in a minute.
I remember this. I don't think I've ever heard this track ever again.
I know. It's weird, isn't it? I've not heard. Oh, there you go.
Oh. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's quite a weird, like, yeah.
It is a bit odd.
Yeah. Kind of comes in like a bit too good there. But
Nice idea though.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, could have worked, didn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah,
And then like everything on this record just like goes
just goes. Yeah.
goes and goes. The title, a running theme in all of our records is either the titles come from a book, a spam email title, or a Wikipedia entry. I think this is a Wikipedia entry because I was looking for films from the 1950s at this point. I don't know why. I think it was just a gold mine for like cool titles. And History's made it now with some like film from the 50s or something. It was a war film, I think, from the 50s, but it sounded quite nice. I thought, yeah, we'll have that.
Got some weird voice in
I
there
know,
as
yeah,
well.
I don't even know what that
I don't
is.
know what that is. Don't know who that is.
That's a mate of mine I used to work with. Again, I took the...
Oh, from the bank.
Yeah, I used to work for HFBC. Not HBOS even.
And that's the start of Your My Thoughts.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
We bled that one in, yeah.
I didn't know about that, actually. I completely forgot.
No, yeah, I totally forgot about that as well.
Must have a listen to this album.
I know. Should have done our research, really, shouldn't we, before
Yeah.
we actually...
Must get it out.
Before we did this.
I think I've got this.
Oh, no, it's played. Oh, there we go. So this was quite guitar-y. This is the only, like...
Yes.
The only track on here that's got like a lot of guitar.
It's quite an emo one as well.
Yeah, I think this was
It's for the
done.
ladies.
This was done relatively quickly as well. I think it was this and I'm a Crooked Man that were the first ones done for the album.
Yeah.
Because we had this when we went to play in Iceland in like 2008.
Oh yeah.
I remember
yeah.
playing that
yeah.
and it was like our new one or something.
Yeah.
I remember doing this.
Yeah. And I remember we bought an Apple Mac
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
when we made the album.
a
And
massive thing as well,
Yeah.
wasn't it? It's huge.
yeah. And yeah, that was. I remember buying the Mac. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh wow, look what I've got a Mac.
Stuff.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
No more
like,
PCs for us.
Yeah, it never broke. And,
Never look back.
Yeah, and that was a bit of a. Oh wow. And I bought some speakers.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
I bought those little monitor speakers
Yeah.
and the sub, and then we were like away. We were like doing
That
stuff.
was it, yeah.
Mm.
I think on this one there was like, I think I'd come up with that guitar bit that's like got the swell on it, the slow attack.
Yeah.
I think I did that one first, and then I
Oh, the chord sequence.
yeah, I came up with a ding ding ding, the rest of the guitar. But I remember like being really confused as to where to go with it. There was like, I think there was about 20 different variations of chords that I could have played, and I tried to play them all,
Yeah.
and they all just sounded rubbish. And I was like, oh, what do I? And then I just stripped it back to like a few of them. I was like,
Four
oh, okay,
chords.
I don't have to like
Yeah.
play everything all at once
Crazy.
to make it sound like cool.
Yeah.
And then it's just, a little looped lead in the background as well, just like going round and round.
Yeah.
'Cause this one wasn't even techno. It's like quite a bit of a breakbeat almost.
Yeah, it is, but yeah.
There's no like techno in it at all.
It's proper electronica.
It is, isn't
like,
it?
like
Yeah.
through and through, yeah. Yeah, I was quite happy with that beat.
Yeah.
Like the claps are really like quite like big.
Snappy, yeah.
Snappy, yeah. When we used to play this live, it was quite furious. wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I love this one.
Really
Yeah, this
fast.
is mint. Yeah.
Just like hammer it out.
This is the big one, the big single. This is on a Rock Sound CD.
It was. This was the single, wasn't it?
Yeah. Darren from Rock Sound, who was the editor at the time, he really, really liked what we were doing around EP2 because it had loads of riffs on it. And then we gave him this album that had absolutely barely any guitar on it, and he was like, "Oh, okay." But he still, I think he still
loved
really,
it, yeah.
he still really liked it. And then we managed to get this on one of the cover mount CDs. It was all
Yeah.
these like metal bands and emo bands. And
Yeah,
right at the
yeah.
end, Little Word About Satan with this.
I remember we got on BBC One with this track.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
Hugh
Yeah.
Stevens played this one
Yeah.
on Radio 1, and we were like, "Oh my god,
And
amazing!"
Marianne played it a little bit, I think, as well. Did she? Oh, she played Crooked Man at least.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah. Mary Hobbs, yeah. Yeah, that was a cool era. Like,
Yeah.
sending stuff out and
Damn internet ruined it.
yeah, doing it all by CDs.
Yeah, CD, sending
Posting
it
a
off.
CD off.
That jewellery box
Yeah.
was the same jewellery box from EB2, I think.
Still
Oh
got
no, or was it yours?
Yeah, I've still got it. Yeah,
Still got it?
It's
Yeah,
a jewelry box that plays "The Sound of Silence"
oh, that's right, yeah.
by.
Oh, yeah, Sound of
Sound of
Garden,
Garden,
yeah. We cut it up.
Yeah.
I recorded it on my dictaphone again, and then mic'd the dictaphone up because it didn't have like a line out, so I had to mic it up, press play, and then cause it was a nightmare to like EQ because it had loads of like tape piss all over it.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, but yeah, it
Nice.
sounded really nice. Yeah.
And there's a bit of piano that comes in there.
There is, yeah.
I don't know is that using our one piano sample.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Old Faithful, as we call it.
If you've heard the other commentaries, we have one piano sample, and it's a C, just the note C. We do it on.
It seems to follow us around.
It's got everywhere, on every album, every Ghosty Season track probably, and it's just one note that we sample and play entire like sonatas with this one piano.
One piano, no, yeah.
And
it's good though. Does
yeah,
the trick. Does the trick.
It's drenched in piss, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not recorded well. We've always tried to like get rid of it and replace it with something that has been recorded well.
Yeah.
But we could just never do it.
Oh,
Like,
right.
we could just never find like a decent one.
No point.
It's got a nice timbre.
Yeah, because it's like stretched as well.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a weird sound, and I think we tried to use a few piano like professional plugins, but they sounded too good.
Yeah.
So we always
We always went for this in the end.
yeah, and it's like it's got a lot of piss on it, and it sounds a bit like old.
I like the way it's all at the end, all kind of crashing
Something
together, all the
crazy,
little
yeah.
samples. Yeah. It's nice though.
Yeah.
That was that string sample again as well.
Yes,
There's
it
a
is.
bit of violin.
Yeah, same one. So basically on sound we didn't do much music.
It was just like 3 samples, and we just like mangled
Sorry
into
about
like
that.
different things.
We just pillaged other people's beats.
That's right, yeah. We nicked everything.
Yeah. Didn't play any guitar. Sorry about that.
Oh, then I played like another little riff right in the end.
Acoustic guitar.
That was nice. That I forgot all about that. That was originally going to try and be in the track somewhere, but it didn't fit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Ding. So I played it at the end. It's a nice little.
Yeah.
I think live we tried to add that as like a bigger thing than it was on here, but I don't know if it worked or not. The thing with that track is that it's in such a nice key, you could play literally anything and it would sound amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It sounded really good, but we had to like kind of rein it in as
mean-
to what would actually be possible.
I think all of our tracks, they all sound amazing. So you can, whatever key they're in,
Yeah. Another.
Any sound we'll make amazing. For
Just give-
£1,000.
Contact us at
Yeah.
the number station thing.
This is, it's the final one and
This is
the
the last
most
one.
weird.
How long is this one? 1 minute and 6.
Yeah. It's really creepy.
It sounds awful, doesn't it? That screechy violin doesn't
Yeah.
sound nice, does it? Sounds evil. It's
And-
really dark.
And then the next track is that was one of the first ones that we recorded, I think, as well. Or,
Yeah, it must have been. Yeah.
And we used to play it live. All Things But You Are Silent.
Let's just get through this skit.
Yeah. Yammering on.
Let's talk about the skit a bit more.
1 1 2 2 3 7
Bop, bop, bop. Yeah.
6 something like that. Great lyrics.
Great. Thank you,
Yes.
mystery number station woman, for those. That was lovely.
That sounds like the music from something like Silent Hill.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's really creepy, isn't it? It doesn't
Oh,
sound right at all.
It's like a PS2 horror game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
This one was.
this is really creepy.
This was built up on a pitched down Jeff Buckley song called "You and I." I think it was. Was it "You and I"?
Yeah. That vocal.
It's an amazing track. It's on that Sketches for My Sweetheart the Drunk album, and it's the last track, and it's just his voice, but he's singing over like loops and like atmospheres made out of his voice, and it's really creepy, but really, really beautiful as well. So I nicked a little bit and pitched it down, and that's what creates the kind of background wash, and then we just like kind of played like another kind of post-rock kind of riff over it. It sounded really nice. I always did like playing this one.
I remember that the bass line, we wanted to make it sound like Alex Smoke,
Oh, we did, didn't we? Yeah.
and by making it really unmemorable and like difficult to kind of get your head around.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we succeeded, but
I don't know if anyone really got what we were trying to do with this record
No.
much.
This is a.
It got like pretty good reviews, but like
Yeah.
it was.
It's a
We're
dark
kind of
one.
stuck somewhere between guitars and techno.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Whereas now it's like kind of
yeah.
not to blow our own horns, but now it's like
Badass.
it's not as much of a thing as it was back then.
Yeah.
When we were doing this, it was just like, oh yeah, you're not going to go down well in clubs or DJ nights or something. And that was the only game in town really. There wasn't like electronica nights where you could play
that's right, yeah.
live techno or bring a laptop and do like a bedroom producer set. That wasn't there then. It was either like straight up DJ nights with like big DJs or like gigs,
Yeah.
like rock bands. And we used to play with like really heavy bands all the time and stuff. And trying to break into like the dance thing was fucking nightmare.
I remember when we played in Glasgow with that band Citizens.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And like
really shouty post-punk stuff. Wasn't it?
yeah, we played with like two pretty gnarly like punk bands, and then when we played last, they all like crowded round.
Yeah, they loved it, didn't
And
they?
they went crazy.
Yeah.
We were like, okay.
That was nice.
Because I guess it's not like punk music, but well, I think people can see that what we're doing is we're trying like
It's dark. It's
Yeah.
it's not pleasant.
and it's still quite visceral and angry.
Yeah. Just
And,
another way.
Yeah, definitely, yeah, and like, yeah, you know, there's nothing worse than like playing a bill with bands all doing the same music because it's just so tiring.
Yeah.
I'd rather play with someone who is doing something different or thinking something different. Don't want to play. I couldn't be like a DJ and play with 5 DJs.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, well, what's the point in that?
I remember I used to play your guitar in this one live because
Yeah.
I think you still had your guitar set up and you had this little Behringer loop pedal, and I used to take your guitar, loop it.
That's right.
I used to loop it in your that was it in that little Digitech thing.
My dad bought me that.
Yeah, that's wicked. That I used to loop little chunks of the riff in that. Then I would put your guitar down and then pick mine up and then play the riff over it. That was well good fun.
That was
I
it,
used to
yeah.
love that.
And you could only loop like
A tiny bit.
Yeah, a few like 2 seconds of audio.
It was really nice because it was like this like glistening kind of stuff, like
Yeah.
kind of going around, and then I would play the actual riff over it on my guitar. I always enjoyed that.
Not like now where you can record like an hour of music.
Yeah.
You need that like that limitation to make those
Yeah.
like really weird loops.
It's nice though. It's just
Such a weird track this.
it's really satisfying to play. Really nice to do.
And that bass line's a bit like
Doesn't make much sense, does it?
No, it's really weird.
It has delay on it as well.
Yeah, and it kind of like goes. It's got that pitch drop. Boom.
Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah. I was quite impressed when I found out how to do that.
Yeah, I remember when you found out how to do that, and it was like, oh my god, check this out. It's like, holy shit, how did you do that? That's amazing.
Yeah. And it's quite slow as well.
Isn't it?
It's got a
Ooh,
really
there you go, look at that.
white noise building. I can't remember how he made the drums on.
I can't.
It's just weird samples.
Little Telecaster twang there.
Yeah.
Still have the same guitar, my little burgundy Telecaster.
Yeah. Country western.
I remember doing the riff to this because it was quite nice to play just as that one string, sorry. And then you could add like little bits, like little inflections to it on other strings. It was really nice to play.
Yeah, because it's all on running up and down.
Yeah.
Like the G string or something.
Yeah, and you could just add like little bits of like the B string in there.
Yeah.
Like there it is. Like.
Yeah. It's got a bit of a beat, that. actually.
Yeah,
Like,
that's pretty banging.
we put snare drum in, I think, for the first time ever.
Something like that. There it is. There's your snare. Don't know where that's from.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice though, that.
Yeah, it's an interesting track.
Enjoyed this.
Yeah.
First time I've heard it in ages. It was nice though.
Yeah, I might try and get this in the mix, actually. It's quite good.
Might put my own album on.
It's not bad, actually. Yeah.
Is that a bit of cowbell or something?
Yeah, like a rim shot or something.
Yeah.
I think we had about 10 drum sounds.
That's true, yeah.
We should just share them about. But,
Yeah, Ableton really was. This album really was an Ableton album.
yeah, it definitely is, yeah.
So all the delays and stuff, we use them so much on stuff like this that when other bands use them, I can always pick it out like
Yeah.
really well. Like oh yeah,
Pong delay.
ping pong delay. Yeah.
Yeah. Love it. Yeah. But yeah, we didn't have anything else of what's in that package.
We should play it again.
Yeah, we should actually.
Should bring it back. It's quite nice,
Really
isn't it?
good.
Yeah.
It's
really
not
dope.
sessions.
We used to do it on. We used to do this quite a lot. I remember doing it on that tour we did in like that European tour.
Yeah.
We did it quite a lot. And that was
Yeah,
nice.
it's
That was always
awesome.
nice to play.
Yeah, really like
It's really dark but quite groovy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think.
More white noise.
I think they liked it in Europe.
Yeah. I'm
They
pretty
were-
sure they did. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember we played this at the College from the church in Leeds as well.
We did.
And the lighting was awesome.
Yeah, that was wicked. That.
The sun was going down, and we played this, and it's really creepy.
There's a video of it on YouTube. And
It is,
good,
yeah.
good like quality sound as well, which is the first for us.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, we sounded good.
All white noise.
Yeah. I think I just found out about white noise
Oh
and filtering in and out. But,
nice that.
kind of like
Oh yeah,
that.
because this is where all the whooshiness comes from at the start of Arrivals,
Yes.
which is the next track, I think, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So instead of starting on another number station, you get
Yeah.
the actual string sample as it was,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
as it originally was made as.
Yeah. But,
Therefore, bringing the entire album together
yeah.
because we're cool like that.
We should probably mention the artwork as well.
Yeah. That it's not one of us with two women. It was
Or not one of us with a man and a woman.
Oh, that was recorded in Iceland as well on the dictaphone. That was a guy shouting to our friend Hilda, like that he's gonna see you later or something. I just used to like record random stuff, and we thought, yeah, that'd be good. Throw that in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, the artwork was a photo by John Banks, a guy who used to follow us around quite well, not in a sinister way, but he used to come to like a lot of our gigs and chat to us, and he was a really good photographer. So we saw that and was just like, can we have it? And he was like, yeah, go on then.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Nice, yeah.
He used to follow us around, yeah, just like, all right, mate.
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't really have like. I think we just saw it and thought.
That's nice.
'Cause
Yeah.
I think it's meant to be like a really romantic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Photo of like a man with. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's like a little girl and a wife. Or
I think it's like it looks like he's.
Is she?
It looks like his wife on the left, and then maybe his sister on the right or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like his friend on the right or something. I don't know.
But he just took a photo of it.
Yeah, exactly. I thought all of that. But it looks like they're arriving at like some kind of station.
That's right. Yeah.
And the name Arrivals was from when we played in Iceland, and you thought it would be. I remember you saying
Yeah.
on the car ride to the airport that it would be a good name for an album
Yeah.
because it was our sound that we'd arrived at.
Yeah, we'd arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're here.
Hello.
Yeah. And that's a naughty.
That and again
Sound.
the vocals. Yeah.
Obviously, isn't it? Yeah.
I like the background drone. I don't know how we did that either. It's quite nice. I'm sure that was a resonator on something or other.
I remember looking when we recently went back to do our live set, and we put Crooked Man in the live set. I remember going back into the old sessions, and we had about 7 different seven different kind of sounds in each track in this. Whereas now we have about 50.
yeah. They're not big sessions, are they?
Yeah, we have like bass line, drums, guitar, vocal sample, and then like 2 like
Odds
maybe
and sods.
strings. or
Yeah.
something. We have like 6 to
I think
10
at-
different sounds.
I think at the height of the Ghost in Season days, it was like 92 different tracks or something. It's like, whoops.
Apophenia is just stupid.
Yeah.
There's hundreds of sounds. I bet there's 100 sounds in Apophenia.
yeah.
And the computer would just be begging me like, please don't make me.
Absolutely rinsed it.
Yeah, don't make me open the session again.
I remember this one being quite hard to put together because we didn't know what to do with it. I think.
That's
I
right,
remember
yeah.
we had like a rough idea, and it seemed to be going all right. And then I think we overworked it, and it sounded awful. I remember that. I remember it just didn't go anywhere. We didn't know what to do with it, and it was like, oh shit, we've kind of ruined it. And then I remember being in the shower, and then I had a bit of a brainwave, and I was like, oh, what if it kind of builds, breaks down, and then comes back in again? I had this like weird like map in my head of like where all the stuff should come in, and like, because I think it was something to do with the bow. I think we put it in too early or something, and it was like, oh Jesus, this track's not going anywhere. And then I remember thinking like, why don't we just hold it till the end, or like make it its own like kind of thing. I remember when you were I think you were at work and I had a day off or something. I remember sketching it out on a piece of paper and running up to the studio thing, opening it, and just like dragging and dropping stuff. And then we both sat down later that night and was like, yep, that's it, that's the one. And then we kind of like embellished on it from there.
Yeah, like this bow, that like screeching bow part was originally coming in too early.
I think so, yeah. I think we just kind of like ruined it somehow. I think it was all going fine, and then we just overthought it, and it was a bit of a mess, and it didn't really know where it was going, and it was like, oh, balls, we messed that one up.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of like stripped it all back, and then just just worked on it from there, and it all turned out fine in the end.
I remember like the bow sounds really aggressive, but if you actually look at you when you're playing it,
it's not
really
at all,
gentle and like barely moving.
It's really hard to play bowed guitar at the start because you don't know all the tricks, and you think you've got to play like chords on it, and it's like, no, you can only play like one.
Or hard.
Yeah, you can only. It's got to be really slow. You've got to put a ton of delay and reverb, otherwise it sounds ridiculous. And you can only play one string and one note at a time, and you've got to go really slowly on it, otherwise it sounds shit. And I think, we were a bit at first. It was just like, well, nothing's happening, like trying to like play it as a violin or something, or like trying to play all 6 strings at once. It was like, what are you doing, you idiot? But yeah, we quickly learned that it's just one string, but you can make these big beefy sounds, and it has that really nice like kind of flow to it.
Yeah.
As you like kind of run up and down the fretboard, it's really nice.
Yeah, it's a bottom string instrument. Isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Because I still play like drop D, and it's just a godsend. It's absolutely made for drop D, like bowing.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful that. Then it just kind of stops.
Yeah, it's nice though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's spot on.
There's a lot of like weird kind of ambient stuff that I don't even recognise. Like I don't even know how we did it. We must have had like loads of like background washy stuff that we just packed in. Can't remember how we did it. It must be like some kind of glistening guitar loops. Because I remember that Digitech pedal, we used loops on like loads of stuff because like we fucking loved loops.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just hear it like kind of peeking through. Me going for it on the old bow. Remember the bow? That was all one take as well.
Just going for it.
Because it all had to be. The guitar was all mic'd up and stuff. The amp was mic'd up. It wasn't just like now where you just throw it in like guitar rig and you could just like go at it as and when.
Yeah.
It was all like one take, and it was all like, And I wasn't very confident on it as well, so I was shitting my pants every time we came to record it.
It sounds like a whale.
It's weird, isn't it? I must have hit like loads of weird frequencies and harmonics and stuff.
It's awesome though. It's like
pretty crazy, isn't it?
It's like rawing.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're underwater.
That was the old DS1 pedal as well. Which was a really bad pedal.
Terrible, isn't it?
Boss, if you're listening. Those DS1s were terrible. I ended up giving that away, I think.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good at all. It just like hummed really badly all the time. Never had a problem with any other pedal with that one.
I've got a big muff.
Oh, you haven't? Yeah. Should have got one of those. Should have got myself a big muff.
Exactly. Every man needs a big muff.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh, we had an amazing idea for the end of this as well, because it all like crunches down into nothing.
Oh, Easter egg time.
Easter egg time. It all crunched down into nothing, and then the Ghost in Season album, The Very Last of the Saints, was originally going to be the Next Word About Satan album, and if you listen to the start of that next album, it crunches up. So it starts off with loads of crunch, and then just like, Yeah, and then you kind of, yeah. And then we just like tail it off. So it was supposed to be one. There you go. It was supposed to be that kind of going, collapsing in on itself. And then the Ghost and Seas album was like me turning it off.
Yeah.
And, like pulling back out into another track. So it would be kind of seamless.
So, go and buy that one.
Going by that one. But then we stuck out far into the graveyard in between, so it didn't really work. But anyway, that was how they were both sequenced anyway. So
Yeah.
But yeah. There you go. That was Arrivals by Word About Say.